Alrighty, chapter 6. We have just been dissolved into the vat, but the story isn't over. Let's see what happens next. Be reborn. You recognize the warm, clingy fluid surrounding you and flowing through your gills. A sense of nostalgia fills you, but it is soon overwhelmed by the echoes of your dissolution. Your body has boiled down and reunited with the vat, but some small you remains. Yes, I still exist. The trauma nearly erased the memories of your previous life, but you held them close and would not let go. One idea remains a certainty. If Gatrag gets you in his clutches, you will never escape. Your flaws follow you, for they are part of you, but they are lessened. Rebirth. You are a morsel again. All around you, other morsels chase, flee, and consume each other. The days pass in a blur. How will you spend them? Become more observant. Increase my maximum brains. Hunt. Increase my maximum guts. Swim endlessly. Increase my maximum flesh. We always use our brains, so... The currents in the vats are familiar. You stay within the safe, calm worlds, and you watch. Your first appendage pops out of your body. Oh yeah? The new limb is hairier and longer than the ones you grew the last time you were born. It propels you efficiently through the vat. Time passes. You're already the biggest in the entire vat. Filter nutrients from the slime. Sleep as much as I can. Let's sleep as much as I can. You drift in and out of consciousness, centering yourself. Time passes. A trio of toothy morsels tries to consume them. Eat them instead. They are helpless before your superior knowledge of swimming and fighting and eating. Slurp. Time passes. Shadows flit across the surface of the vat, but you do not fear them. You rest comfortably. Float and dream. You continue to enjoy your simplistic existence for a while, but then a twinge of pain, a pull, a strain. You recognize the feelings in your body. You'll become a monsterling soon. As the change draws closer and closer, you feel tension between your brains, guts, and flesh. Anticipation. Look forward. Look inward, remember, increase my maximum brains. Look forward, become excited, increase my maximum guts. Let's increase our maximum guts. You focus on your attention on fighting and fury. You will win the battles ahead of you if you are strong. You can feel fresh bones and muscles knitting together beneath your soft skin. You breach the surface and inhale the air. Breathing is easy. You remember how to do it. Your body pulses with strength and energy. You need no help this time around. You climb over the lip of the vat and drop onto the ground. You are a monsterling again, but not the same monsterling. You look different. Your limbs move in slightly different ways. What's this? You stretch and take a few steps on unfamiliar feet. Your balance is off, but you know you'll recover it soon. Hello, world. Again. By the vat. Behold the sharps. You observe the surrounding sharps with experienced eyes. Everything you see reminds you of something else. Your brains go stronger. Close my experienced eyes and get a little experienced sleep. Despite your somewhat unfamiliar body, your rest is restorative and comfortable. Open my experienced eyes and look around again. Holes in walls and piles of rubble, big sharp rocks, tires, boards, metal wires, and puddles of dirty water. Ooh, max flesh. You wander, becoming used to your new stride. Your flesh goes stronger. I remember where the beetles hide. Catch and eat some. The insect juices flood your maw with strong flavor. Echoing memories of your death fade. Your guts go stronger. I track down more beetles. Rest. Rest. Morsels eat you. You eat morsels. You awaken from the dream uneaten. Suddenly, a ragged net swipes out and scoops you up. Astrasil shows no sign of recognizing who you are, or who you were. Tell her who I am. I'm not afraid of being given to Gatrag. Don't. Astrasil plods quickly and quietly across the familiar ground. Your mind floods with fear and memory. You relive your death as the great net passes in around you. The frayed ropes are one with the slime of the vat, dissolving you. Focus, it's just a memory. Yes. The net bounces and jostles you. All the shaking makes it hard to find your balance. Astrasil ducks around an especially large pile of rocks. The net slams into the rocks with you, and you with it. Your memories keep creeping in around the edges of your vision. They weigh you down they weigh you down far more than the net. Your belly rumbles. Astrasil snorts. You'll eat when it's eating time and no sooner. Learn that quickly, newborn. The elder's stride grows smoother as she reaches the clear area outside the coop. You can almost hear yourself think again. What do I hear when I hear myself think? I could have studied the mercurial in laboratory conditions. Don't go blaming me again. If I could drown you in your own tub, I would. See if I wouldn't. The elders kept roaring, yelling, screaming. The word mercurial was repeated several more times. Enormous claws bite into the side of the vat, and the world shook. The word mercurial echoes in your head. They were talking about you. You shudder as Astrasil takes 10 more steps. She passes through the coop gate and closes it behind her. Astrasil dumps the net and you roll across the stony ground. You've lost track of everything, and you just learned about your new body. You can barely move your new limbs. The length, the angles, all different from before. Move an arm? You straighten your arm, raise your paw, and smack yourself in the face. Ow! If this were a tussle, you'd be winning. Against your face. You feel drained, surrounded. Your spirit is not what it should be. Melancholy swirls like a whirlpool in the vat, trying to pull you down and quell your guts. You manage to focus on just one thing. A looming possibility of another early death. The thought is frightening, but you're beginning to contain that fear. You're even more sure that Gatrag will end your strange cycle of memory and rebirth if he can acquire you. You fish out good things from your past life. You think about Rancid's empathy. The mimic has eyes that see into the eyes of others. Rancid reflects and Rancid feels. Think about Lindidi's mysterious memories. Lindidi remembers, but not the same way you do. She has so many facts, but she doesn't know what to do with most of them. You think about Gory's imagination. You're still not sure if Gory is making everything up. He seems to tap a different well of truth than the memories of Lindidi. You think about Ruck's cleverness in a fight, spirit. Ruck was unstoppable and always eager to help. Your brains grow stronger as you think about your friends. A blurred shape bounds towards you from the tussle ground. Fight me! Not now, Ruck. This one is still too soft to fight. Ruck slumps low, great paws splayed in the dirt. Okay. Ruck puts their face to the ground and sighs in surrender. Seeing Ruck like that adds to my despair. Think back to better times and shed some of that hopelessness. You remember the good times with the Kotari, eating brightly colored worms and laughing. Everyone talked so funny that day. Good times, good times. You feel a bit more hopeful about your new life. Ruck and Astrasil walk off in different directions, leaving you alone. The gate. Watch someone bother Ruck. We don't have our stats. I worked so hard for those dang stats. Ruck sits by the big rock at the edge of the tussle ground, tracing claw lines in the dirt. The big monsterling is surrounded by smaller ones. Join my gang! Ruck snorts in disgust and kicks the big rock. Leave me alone. I'm sick of gangs. Ruck pushes half-heartedly through the ring of monsterlings. Ruck squats, takes a handful of dirt, forms a clod, and drops it. Ruck sighs. Everyone says you love to fight. Join us, and we will all fight. And we'll fight all day. We'll be the strongest gang. Just watch. You are angry because your friends left you alone. I promise you, no friendship from me, just fighting. Monsters live better when they work together, under a boss like me. Don't forget, Ruck. Queet and Adil leave, heading for the stone stump table. Ruck slumps slower and grinds their teeth to the paw full of dirt. Oh. Ask why Ruck is so sad. I miss my friends. They grew up, or died. I got left behind. I will just fight little ones, forever. Ruck gets up and leaves, dirt trailing after them. Oh. Stone stump table gets some food. Napping pit. Let's go to the stone stump table and get some food. Astrosol rings a bell that sounds quite different from what you remember. Did she get a new one? The feeding time chime draws monsterlings to the stone stump table. Don't fight over the food. Fighting comes after eating, you wretched horrors. Two snickering monsterlings scamper around the table, blocking your access to food. Us first, we first. Go hungry. You slink away from the table. Hunger weakens you. Fine, let's go to sleep. You enter the napping pit. It's the first time you've seen the pit since your rebirth, but nothing seems to have changed. You spy an inviting gap between napping monsterlings. Queet intercepts you. You have to pay the fee for quiet time. 1 bite. Ignore Queet. You lie down and start to sleep. Sleep. You do. Tap. Huh? You look around, but see nothing. You drift off to sleep again. Tap? Something woke you again. What is it? By the time you figure out it's Queet messing with you, any chance of a good rest has been ruined. You get a little sleep. Napping pit. Who's making that noise? Something wakes you up. It's the mourning of a monsterling in pain. Go to see what happens. Adil is huddling in the corner of the pit, shaking and sweating slime. It hurts so bad. You recognize the signs. You've lived through them. Adil is transforming into an adolescent, and she'll be ravenously hungry afterwards. What do you do first? Get everybody out of here. Terrified monsterlings stampede over you, frightened of Adil's eerie sounds. Let them flow past me like a rolling stream. Even the slimiest monsterling is more solid than water. A few elbows and heads slam into you in the chaos. The pit is much quieter now. Thud, thud, thud. Elder Astrasil lowers herself into the napping pit. It's just one step for her. Astrasil picks up Adil by one arm. Adil rocks back and forth in the Elder's uncaring grip. Simply observe. You're going through a special time in your life, Adil. Get over it. She turns to leave, lifting one massive foot out of the pit. I need some rest and recovery. I can ask about it later. After all that excitement, you sleep very well. It's late, and I'll go ask about it now. Astrasil notices you trailing behind her. She stops as you ask your question. I chain up adolescents here by my bunker. In a few days, I'll send her to the adolescent training facility. Your turn will come, newborn, but not for a long while. Unless... The elder leans down, letting Adil smack into the ground, appears at you with narrowed eyes. Meet her gaze. Her eyes narrow a little more. Astrasil moves her snout close to you. Sniff? Astrasil shakes her head. No, probably not. Astrasil chains Adil and enters her bunker. Quality sleep eludes you at first. You know you'll be an adolescent sooner than anyone else expects. Worry about Adil and myself. You twitch and move in the sand, fighting little rest. The tussle ground. Observe a fight. Oh, my hope! This is my hope! A pair of monsterlings have squared off in the tussle ground. Queet swipes at Daroka. Body blow! Laugh and clap at the violent show. Some other monsterlings look in your direction and clap along. Daroka squeals and runs in your direction. Daroka make friend with you. Together we beat Queet. Daroka ducks behind you as Queet runs up. I'll murder Palurder, a ton of you, and if you don't kneel before me... Daroka's acting a little overeager. Exactly as you expected, Daroka is trying to sneak around behind you. Queet and Daroka close in on you. You think you're smart? We'll murderize you. Murderize that face. Run away. The two bullies laugh as you run away. Dang it. Don't stump table. Get a meal. Ritty and Cab try to block your path again. Us first. Yeah, us first. Convince them to share. They actually listen. With your past life experience managing monsterlings, you make your case with ease. Ritty and Cab split up the food at the end of the table. You end up getting the biggest share. They don't even notice. Napping pit. Get some rest. You enter the napping pit. The comforting warmth of a pile of other monsterlings greets you. Gentle snarling snores rise into the air. You pick out a perfect spot for a good rest. Queet is in the way, but they look a little nervous. You pay the fee? Bite a piece out of Queet's hide. You bite Queet's foot clean off. Queet stumbles back, whining. Queet flees and scrambles out of the pit. You get a very nice rest. Queet will remember this lesson while their foot grows back. Astracil's bunker. Reconnect with Ruck. Bite me? The big monsterling seems uncertain, but they're still much stronger than your present body. I need a good tussle. I want you to fight me as hard as you can. Fight Ruck, but don't tire yourself out. Give Ruck an awesome fight they'll never forget. Ruck reaches out for you with both paws. Duck under and try for a kick. Oh, Ruck shifts their weight and grabs you, throwing you to the ground. They were ready for that move. Ruck slams the ground with both fists and looks over at the big rock at the edge of the tussle ground. Circle behind and kick Ruck in their backside. Ruck's paws swing back, instinctively blocking your sneak attack. Ruck blinks as if trying to remember something. Keep my distance. Let Ruck think. Ruck eventually shakes their head and gets back into the fight. Ruck spins around and lashes out with long arms, aiming for your belly. Duck under. Ruck blinks and snorts. You got them! Ruck gets ready for a charge. You've seen this many times, but they don't know you've seen it. Sidestep and guide Ruck into the rock face first. You time it perfectly. Ruck bashes into the rock and looks around, batting at unseen moths. Ruck swallows a mouthful of sand and raises both paws, ready to punch. Dance in, using what I remember about Ruck's timing, and tap them in the face. Try something new. Circle around and grapple with Ruck from behind. Ruck throws you off easily, bouncing you. Oh no. Ruck springs to one side and puts up both paws, weaving and dodging. Somersault forward and kick Ruck's legs. Punch through Ruck's guard with perfect timing. Your timing is good, pretty good. Okay, perfect. Ruck staggers back, shocked. Your victory fills you with joy. Ruck seems happy too. Ruck sits next to you. A gigantic grin slowly creeps across the monster's face. Ruck beams at you and chortles. Ruck's spirit is infectious. The big monsterling reenacts some of their moves from the fight. Those moves look familiar. Wait, Ruck is doing your moves too. And the way they do it reminds you of your old self. Does Ruck suspect the truth? Does Ruck know the truth? Is it a coincidence? You rest against each other, licking your wounds and catching your breath. Curious monsterlings surround you both, but keep a safe distance. You fight like a monster I knew. That can't be. Not now. They'll tell Astracil, and Astracil will give me to Gatrag. I don't have enough guts even if I wanted to. Ruck wobbles to their feet and spins, challenging the looky-loos. Fight me! They scatter like pigeons. Nobody's here to hear. That monster went away. They all went away and left me alone. Inform Ruck that I have returned. Play it subtle, don't break the news yet. No, just tell him. Ruck's mouth flies open in a face-splitting smile. I knew it! They clear their throat and blink out a couple of tears. Ruck wipes their eyes and faces away from you. Don't die again. Oh, the last thing the Diddy said to me. If you came back, play it cool, and look. Ruck nods towards a nearby structure, then scampers off. You realize that someone enormous is lurking where Ruck indicated. Astracil stands still, as cold as a stone in the shadow of her bunker door. The elder turns without a word and goes inside. Listen as an elder comes to the gate. May Jaggery keep you, Elder Astracil. May Jaggery keep you, Elder Gatrag. Whether that Jaggery is lost, whether Jaggery is gone but not dead. You imagine, just for a moment, a great monster larger than any elder, sleeping, stone, at peace. Well, aren't you going to let me in? Astracil clasps several of her paws and narrows her eyes. You may enter. You know we don't need to be so hostile to each other. I've forgiven you for losing the Mercurial. Mostly. Let's see if my theory turns out to be true, shall we? Monsterlings hide behind the rocks in the napping pit and under the stone table. They peer out at the strange elder. Bring them out, if you please. They really don't know who you are. Nasties, come here. Stay hidden. Whatever happened to that bell of yours? Don't ask. Astrasil swats and shoves the gathered monsterlings into a ragged line. Stand still, little ones. Rag walks down the line of monsterlings, examining them one by one. If you can identify the one we're looking for, if it exists at all, I'll give you my best baby. Gatrag grumbles and intensifies his study of the trembling subjects. The ground shakes as Elder Gatrag stomps his feet. It feels like thunder. He's even heavier than Astrasil. The Mercurial may be alive again. I am rarely wrong, but I cannot simply take all of them with me. And if the Mercurial is not here, well, these little monsterlings will forget my unusual words. If they were even listening. Nothing lost if I speak freely. So, Mercurial, if you are here, know that I am collecting your coterie. I'll have them all in my grip when the last one transforms. Gatrag stabs a claw in the direction of Ruck. Say nothing. Gatrag snorts. No Mercurial here after all, just incredibly stupid monsterlings. I told you, there's been no real sign. You never listened. Keep an eye on the youngest ones, Astrasil. Find that special one. I'll make sure Eoloth keeps paying you the full price for the normals. Gatrag lumbers out of the coop, looking fit to smash a building, or eat one. Astrasil watches Gatrag leave without saying a word. The elder clutches her paws as though shaking a bell that isn't there. All right, you little nasties, the show is over. Tick-tink. Join a group of curious monsterlings. You approach a group of monsterlings gathering in a sandy depression. The stone stump table in Astrasil's bunker rise above you on the other side. On either side. It's not a gang, it's a monster's abominable. It's a group. Join the group. Let me hone your inner monster. Daroka addresses the group. You all are nothing! Let my confidence be shaken. Remain unruffled. You're not going to fall for that kind of trick. You're not weak, you're not foolish, and you're not lazy. You are weak, foolish, and lazy! I was just thinking about that stuff. But Daroka can make you tough and strong and mean. It's easy. Just follow Daroka and do what I tell you. 3 monsterlings cheer and pump their paws into the air. The 4th monsterling scratches her head. I don't know. I think you're strong. I don't think you're strong. I think you're weak. Encourage Cambry to speak her mind. Cambry lurches up and stands next to Daroka. She points to you. That one is right. Daroka is silly, not smart. I think you're boasting to hide your fear of being seen as weak. Huh? I said you're afraid we'll see that you're really stupid. Cambry, listen to Daroka, not that newborn. Now sit back down. Cambry seems genuinely confused. Say, whose orders am I following? Encourage Cambry to keep going. Why did my malice go up? Cambry nods to you and keeps talking. Gotta make some more tea. Daroka has an inferiority complex, but I don't. In fact, I'd be a better leader than Daroka. Daroka scowls and burps a few bubbles of stinking gas. Cambry glares at Daroka, who scoots back out of reach. Watching Cambry profit from your advice invigorates you. As the stone stump table, feed your flesh. Rati and Cab don't stand in your way this time. They're not here at all. You step over a faint depression in the ground. It's where Gubgubba used to sit, talking about delicacies and elegant flavors. Focus on getting... I don't want to... Astrasil's right there. Focus on getting a good place at the table. You get ready to pounce on the food. Elder Astrasil spills the contents of her bag on the table. Get everyone to line up and take turns eating. Nobody listens, and nobody takes turns. By the time you give up, there's only a mouthful left. I was afraid of that. Over on the tussle ground, you see Ruck chasing Rati and Cab. Hey, no fighting at mealtime. You started it, so it's okay if I finish it. We just threw rocks, that's not fighting. We can ask the Elder after the fight. Napping pit. Rest your brains. You enter the napping pit. You smell monsterlings and sand. The odor makes your eyelids drop. You've just picked a good sleeping spot, but someone taps you on the back. Nuh-uh. That's our spot now. Hurt them, make them back off. You surprise them with a sudden burst of violence. The two monsterlings back off. You lie down in the good spot and sleep. The tussle ground. Respond to Astracil's call. Astracil's shout echoes across the coop and into the sharps beyond the walls. All right, my little nasties, gather round. I like this monster. Monsterlings crawl out of the nooks and crevices all across the coop. Some of the cracks in the wall are from your fight with Slogoth, never fully repaired. Dozens of little monsters converge on the bunker. Now listen and obey. This is important. If you don't behave, you won't get any food tonight. Most of the monsterlings calm down at once. Astracil forms her charges in a line, slapping and nudging a few troublemakers into position. Ow! Hey! All of you, march around the coop. Sneak off and watch whatever it is. Work my way to the back. There's something fishy about this. Work my way to the front, show everyone I'm not afraid. The line circles the coop's interior several times. She didn't need to hit me. I'd hit you too if you don't shut up about it. This is fun! I hate you, Ruck. Astracil studies each monsterling, counting heads and head-like things. The elder makes marks on the outside wall of her bunker with an outstretched claw. Cambry stumbles over a bit of loose dirt, and you end up swapping places. Halt! She consults the marks she's been making on the bunker wall. Number 17, she counts. The massive elder steps up to you and grabs Cambry. Explain that she should leave Cambry alone. Keep my mouth shut. Astracil picks up the terrified Cambry, muttering to herself. 17. Yes, you'll be next, I'm sure of it. Astracil chains the monsterling in front of her bunker. Pour the tea. Nice and hot. Yay. Cambry is still there when night falls. Try to sneak Cambry a little food. You manage to find a few beetle husks and one spider leg. Cambry devours them, but she doesn't thank you. Stone stump table. Fill your belly. As you walk up the stone stump table, you see that Rati and Cab are in their usual position. They look more agitated than usual. Nobody eats until we eat. Elder Astracil just watches without interfering as usual. I could just push past them, and I will. You eat your fair share of food. Trying to save my brains to be nice. Astracil's bunker. Talk to Ruck again. Hey, where is Ruck anyways? You haven't seen the big monsterling today. Look for Ruck. You don't find Ruck, but Astracil finds you. Ruck sleeps in a gap between my bunker and the coop wall, but I can't fit in there. I don't want to damage the bunker. It's already in poor repair as it is. Bring Ruck to me, and I'll give you a bunch of worms, the juicy kind. That food will make you stronger. I save it for the most pathetic newborns, usually. You find Ruck sprawled in the gap, shuddering, transforming, eyes agog at your sudden appearance. Your cruel, monstrous instincts rise at the sight. Be strong to calm Ruck down. You put a paw on Ruck's shivering back and provide a stabilizing presence. I'm glad. Oh, you're here. Oh. Ruck lashes out with a paw, but not at you. Ruck's claws miss a small figurine of compacted dirt. You look closer. The figurine depicts you and Ruck battling with each other. It's simple and crude, but the lines draw your eyes in ways that remind you of the fight itself. Bash it, smash it, crush it, please! The delicate figurine makes your heart beat faster. It's not the same as Slogoth's photograph, but it's not entirely different. Haul Ruck's dense body away from the figurine. Destroy the figure... haul Ruck's dense body away from the figurine. Ruck doesn't resist, though it's tiring pulling so much weight. As soon as the other... Oh, no! As soon as the other monsterling is out of the gap, Astracil descends with her net and captures the exhausted Ruck. Astracil shoos you away. Remind her that she owes me those worms. Astracil swats you with one paw, sending you bouncing across the sandy ground. A moment later, a wad of wiggling fat worms lands next to you with a splat. You devour it. As soon as Astrasil isn't looking, you slip back into the gap between the wall and the bunker and the wall. The figurine is already crumbling. The figurine is already crumbling on its own. Try to rebuild it. Your paws don't have the talent. Everything comes out wrong. You feel a lump in your throat. When you go to spit it out, there's nothing. Ruck made statues, showing your friendship. How marvelous. Some time later, you enter the napping pit. You pick a comfortable spot in between two other monsters. Someone rolls over, and the spot vanishes. You pick another spot only to see it disappear as well. Shrug and let the monster sleep at the edge of the monster pile. You get a little rest. The next day, a terrifying adolescent figure strains against the metal chains. Astrasil gives you a stern look to prevent you from interfering. Oh, don't. Fight me, Astrasil! Don't be ridiculous, you're still no match for me. Come see me in a few years if you manage to grow up the rest of the way. We'll talk. Two large adults arrive at the coop, bearing metal spears. May Jaggery keep you, elder? Astrasil looks down her snout at the pair and sniffs quietly. You got something for us? Oh yeah, look at that big one. Fools! I told Gatrag to send 4 guards for this one. The elder rips up the stakes holding Ruck's chains to the ground. The guards seize the chains and haul Ruck away. Each is 4 times Ruck's size, but they still have trouble with the adolescent's strength. No, I don't want to go. I'm sorry. I thought I wanted to grow up, but I was wrong. As soon as they're out of the coop, Astrasil closes the gate again. Ah! We have to help him! Napping pit. What's going on in the napping pit? As you lower yourself into the pit, you suddenly feel weak. Relax and let it happen. You sink to the bottom of the pit with your limbs splayed in different directions. There's sand in your eye, but you can't even blink. The weakness passes as suddenly as it came. You feel stronger than you have since you were an adult. The surge of power is a familiar one. You felt this way the last time you started transforming into an adolescent. The other monsterlings in the pit ignore your personal drama. They have drama of their own going on. Rati spits at Cab from the top of a warm pile of monsterlings. You stay there, Cab, cold and alone. The monsterlings below Rati stir. She looks down angrily and they grow still. You stay with the pile of losers, Rati. Tough monsters like me don't need anybody. All the other monsterlings are just pretending to sleep, which means they're not really getting any rest. If this goes on, everybody's going to be mean and surly in the morning, more than usual. Make Rati and Cab stop arguing and let everybody sleep. Snuggle with Cab to provoke Rati. Rati snarls at you and attacks. Rati stares. Her many eyes do different things, swirling and blinking out of sync. Attack her, claw some of those eyes out. Ignore her eyes, punch her in the belly. Concentrate, focus, don't look, just kick. Pow! You sent her spiraling over a sleeping monster. Rati climbs back up to the top of the pile of napping monsterlings and spreads her arms wide. Wait for her to jump, dodge, and kick. You barely avoid her flying tackle, then strike her in the head with your foot. Rati closes all her eyes for a moment and stands very still. It's a trick, of course. Kick at those stupidly closed eyes. He shrieks. One eye is a little bit open. While she's staggering around, you get in a few good punches. All the monsterlings in the pile cheer at your victory as Rati flees. You feel even more strength rise within you. You get the best sleep ever. The gate. Writhe in pain. The aching sickness in your gut wrenches forth memories of the last days of your previous life. Did it hurt this much last time? It feels worse this time around. Are you dying again? Not yet. You should be about to become an adolescent. Knowing that doesn't seem to help. Your most painful memories lurk everywhere you look. That crack in the wall, you repaired it, but before that, you almost ate Gory there. The shadows seem to conceal what's left of the Hammer Gang, waiting patiently for you to show your weakness. Whispers and subtle insults are behind every sound. You can hear Gatrag coming for you. Thud, thud, thud. It might not be real. Climb the walls to escape into the sharps. As soon as night falls, you make your way to Astrasil's bunker. There's a series of small cracks here that's used to climb up to the roof. You ease your claws into the cracks and follow the path. Keep going. A few flakes of stone fall and clatter below. A running start and a strong leap put your transforming foot awkwardly on top of the coop wall. You built this walkway. It seems so long ago. Keep going. Again. Momentum carries you over the other side and down. Ah! Splat. Broken bones and ruptured hide actually ease the transformation process, but they make it hurt even more. At dawn, the gate opens, and Astrasil drags your transformed body back inside. Astrasil chains you to the stakes in front of her bunker. Dang it! We got out, though! You finish your transformation into an adolescent. A day passes. Lie down and recover from the transformation. What? How did I still lose? Oh, a night passes. You can't sleep. You're too hungry. Astrasil watches you for a while, muttering to herself. He was right. Salt take him and slime drown him. He was right. Astrasil stalks out through the coop gate, muttering Gatrag's name. More time passes. You lose track of whether you are awake or asleep. A pair of adults enter through the coop gate and carries a wooden box to the bunker. The adults place their large scrap wood box at the bunker door. One guard nudges the other and nods in your direction. They exchange a meaningful glance and approach. Gappa, this looks like an adolescent. We weren't expecting one, were we? Demand to know what they want with me. You're my worst nightmare. You're supposed to say I'm your worst nightmare. You're not, though, Gappa. Gappa, you're my friend. Well, Eoloth always says that's not to want a waste. Well, Eoloth always says not to want a waste. Something like that. The two guards work together, using their superior size and strength to overpower you. They remove your chains while holding you fast. Gappa locks your paws to the thick wooden bar. Rusty metal hoops dig into your arms. Eoloth is gonna be surprised, though. Why is that? He's got a lot of workers. He got this one for free, though. That box was pay for the last one. Swipe the disrespectful monsters. Tell a lie to put them... They're friends, though. Swipe... That's not gonna do anything. You whispered to Gappa that Algarin was making him carry most of the weight of the box. You whisper that Gappa was making faces behind his back. Stories that would have made monsterlings or adolescents break into a fight just watch over the adults like a cool breeze. The guards take you out of the coop. They let you use your newly elongated legs as much as you're able. You think you spot some of the hammers watching from one of the old hiding spots. Or are you still imagining it? They're gone as soon as you look at them. Ooh, chapter 7. Alright, we'll call it there. I want to rescue all of my friends from Gatrag. I thought we made it out. I'm so sad that we weren't able to keep going through the sharps and Astros will just drag us back inside. Okay. Well, next time, hopefully we'll figure out where our friends have been taken and get an idea of how to help them. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!